Okie dokie. And start. Right on. So, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Our practice today is going to be a power class. It is the bookend of our week. So, hopefully, we can get some energy going before we start the rest of our Friday. It's also Friday, so we're really, really lucky to meet the end of the week. Okay, we are moving and grooving right away. So let's come into child's pose to start. So child's pose is a nice place to kind of land and just give yourself an opportunity to reconnect with your breathing. And if you need to take breaks at any time, feel free to come back to this very spot. You might need a block today. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier too. So you may need a block, just have it readily accessible. So as you walk your hands forward, crawl the hips back, and sink back into the lower half of your body. And take a full breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth, let it go. And a full breath in. And a breath out. And as we start to get a little bit deeper into this child's pose, crawl your fingertips forward, stay right on the fingertips, and shift more weight back towards your heels. With every exhale, you release. Feel the waistline cinch in a little bit tighter. Good. Now inhale, rise up into a tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Keep the elbows straight and circle your shoulders right over your wrists. You'll notice as we start to move into this practice that our hand position tends to change. So switch the direction, go the other way. We tend to over-exaggerate the activity in the fingertips, so try your best to just keep the hands as neutral as possible, like you're giving a solid high five to somebody. All right. Curl your toes under, lift your hips, downward dog. And just take whatever movement feels good here. You can pedal out your feet. Get long through the sides of your body. Nod your head yes and no, neck is relaxed. Now look towards your hands. Take as many steps as you need to come up to the top of your space for a pause in ragdoll. Bend your knees a lot. Let your belly and your ribs rest on your thighs. Head is heavy, neck is at ease. Now if it's comfortable for your spine, go ahead, grab for the opposite elbows and let your body drape over your legs. Take full breaths in and out through the nose. Hands come onto your shins. Stretch your chest forward, lengthen. Fold, exhale. Again, halfway lift to lengthen. Bow in, exhale. Keep your knees soft. Inhale, reach up. Come all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. And just take a pause here. Notice how this feels as you've come to standing. You may not have been here too long today. So notice how your breath is changing, how it feels to have your 2 feet rooting into the earth. Just feel this out too. So take more weight to the outer edges of your feet so you're lifting the inner arches off the floor. And then try to dip all the weight into the inner arches, lift the baby toes off the floor. So just do that a couple times. See how that feels as all the different muscles in the legs, the lower part of the legs, they activate, they change. And then find your center between the two sides so that you can really feel all the muscles hugging the bones evenly. Lift all 10 toes up, take a big breath in. Exhale, flutter your toes back down. Hands come together in front of your chest. Have a wonderful practice. Inhale to reach up. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, stretch your chest. Now flatten the palms on your mat. Step back, come right into a downward dog shape. Now for the first few down dogs, keep your knees bent, working length through the hamstrings. Now that might not even happen today, so just take your time with that. Inhale to reach your right heel up to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip. Now take your knee, draw big, big circles with your knee. Let's do 3 huge circles in one direction. Good. 2. Last one, 3, and then we'll change. Go the other way. Go around, circle it out. Keep pulling the lower ribs in. 2 and 3. Good. Inhale, reach the right heel up high. Step your foot to the outside of your right baby finger, then drop your left knee to the mat. Low lunge. Okay, keep sinking down through the hips. You can uncurl the back toes and just getting into the hips, the legs. Sway a bit from side to side. Notice how that feels as you rock. Dip the left hip down towards the floor and then come back towards the right hip. Good. And then make your way to center. Curl your left toes under, lift your knee. Let's take a modified pyramid pose. So the hands will stay on the mat, both legs straighten. So this might be challenging if you have really long legs. I know a couple of you in this class have very long legs, so try to, if you need to, you can use your shin, you can bring your hands onto your block. Yeah. All right, bend your knees, step your left foot beside left baby finger, sit down low into an active squat. Keep working your knees away from the center of your body. The hands can either be together or apart. Good. Now, maybe just drop the hips down an inch below your knees. Notice how that feels. Take a breath in. Exhale, press up. Inhale to reach. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to the mat, step back, downward dog. Downward dog. Good, home base. Let's do the other side now. So the left heel rises, bend your knee, open your hip. Then big, big circles. So we're going for 3 huge circles. Try to let the movement be smooth. And then go the other way. 1. Taking 3 big ones. Good. All right, now straighten out the left knee. Take a big inhale. Exhale, step your foot beside your left baby finger. Drop your right knee down. Get into the movement of your hips. Might feel more open now that we've come into a lunge already. But just notice how that feels, swaying from side to side. Keep the arms nice and strong. Full breath in. Exhale, curl your right toes under, lift your knee, pyramid pose. Again, nice variation to bring your hands up onto a block, onto your shin. And this is a modified version of a full pyramid pose, so we're not going all out here. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. Still warming up our bodies. Keep swiveling the hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Take a full inhale. Exhale to bend the knees. Step your right foot beside the right baby finger. Sit your hips down low, active squat. Reach your arms forward. Keep working the knees away from the center of your body. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull yourself up. Okay. Now inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat. This time step back, come into a high plank position. So top of a push-up, pull in through the belly. Good. Nice deep breath, in and out through the nose. And we'll do 5 push-ups here. Option to drop your knees to the floor. Here we go. Take a breath in, get long. Exhale, go for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Downward facing dog. Keep pressing your hands down and forward. So push-ups are a really great way to get your body to warm up quickly. Using all the push muscles. There's a lot of pushing muscles in our yoga practice. Very hard to get into pulling muscles. So we will probably explore that more next week. All right, take an inhale. Exhale, let it go. Look to your hands, slide forward, high plank. Option to set your knees on the mat. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. So that's the basis of a flow. It's also known as a vinyasa. We pass the energy through our body in this shape. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Take a breath in, breath out. Good. Look to your hands, step forward. Powerful pose. Let's keep the feet about hip width distance this time. Bend your knees, sit your hips down low. Reach your arms up. Get into your chair. Notice how you're starting to feel warmer in your body. Knit the ribs in, get lower. Inhale, reach up and back, gentle back bend. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Take the right heel up. Step your foot beside your right thumb, double bent knee lunge. So bend both of your knees. Find your balance. Inhale, rise up. Both knees are bent. Having a little technical difficulty there. All right, so reach up. Double bent knees. Ground down through the right heel. Take a full inhale. Exhale to straighten out your left knee to the best of your ability. Keep low through the hips. Hands together in front of your chest. Full inhale. Lean forward. Exhale. Keep the right knee bent as you float your left heel up. Breathe deep. Take an inhale. Exhale. Straighten out your right knee. Keep flexing through the left foot. Back is long. Option to reach your arms out behind you. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, quietly step your left foot back. Inhale, reach your arms up, come into a high lunge. Bend your elbows, hook your thumbs onto the back of your neck. Take a breath and get long. Lift your heart up and back. Now look beyond the horizon here. Take your arms over your head. Reach, reach, reach. Baby fingers spiral inward. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, step your foot beside your left thumb, double bent knee lunge. Keep both of the knees bent. Inhale, reach up. Breathe deep as you reach up. Sink down as you exhale. Take a full breath in. Now exhale, straighten out the right knee. Press back through the heel. Might not go that far with the leg straightening out. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, float the right heel up. Keep your left knee bent. Reach actively through the right heel. Inhale. Exhale, straighten out your left knee. Arms extend out beside your hips. Keep lengthening through your body. Pull the lower belly in. Take the right heel up higher if you can. Good. Now inhale. Step back nice and light. Reach your arms up. Sink down on the exhale. Breathe in, get long through your sides. Exhale to bend your elbows, hook your thumbs onto the nape of your neck. Lift, lengthen, open your chest. Keep scissoring the hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. Then open your arms out. Get into this nice back bend. Breathe in. Hands come down to the mat. Take a flow, down dog or child's pose. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. And 4 deep breaths. Lengthen through the tailbone. Lift the bum bones up and back. You can even soften your knees to give your low back more support and length. Long breath in. Sigh to let it go. Float your right heel up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step your foot right between your hands. Come into warrior 2. Inhale to rise. Sink down on the exhale. So as you reach from one end of the room to the other, try to get a little bit deeper into your legs. Externally rotate your thigh bones. So reach, reach, reach. Take a full inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your left hand to the inside of your front foot. Now lift your back heel off the mat. Turn all 10 toes to your right. This is a supported side plank. Option to step back into a complete side plank. Keep breathing. Press the floor away. Reach higher through the top hand. Lift your hips. Good. Right hand comes down. Step your foot between the hands. The right foot, that is, of course. Come back up. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior side stretch. Straighten out the right knee. Take a big breath in. Exhale, come forward. Reach towards the front of your space. Get long through the right side body. Triangle pose. Rotate your chest. Not too much weight on the right hand. It's just there for balance. Again, option is to use your block. Keep breathing. We're going to play here on the next pose. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Take your right heel up. Exhale to hook your knee onto your right tricep. So I'm going to turn a little bit this way. Okay, so as you can stay right here, or you could bend your elbows. Take your right leg out. Okay, keep breathing. All right, push up, come back. 3-legged down dog. Exhale to a flow. Come on forward. Lower the feet. Inhale into up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Good. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, step forward. Warrior 2. Inhale, float up. Exhale to sink down. Get into your breathing. Nice long breath in and out through the nose. Feel the strength of your legs. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, cartwheel right hand to the inside of your front foot. Spin onto the outer edges of both your feet. Reach your left hand up to the sky. Option to hop that foot back and come right into a side plank. Keep lifting high. Float the right ribs high. Nice deep breath. Good. Left hand to the earth. Step your left foot between your hands. Reverse your warrior. Rise up. Sink down on the exhale. Now straighten out your left knee. Take a big inhale. Exhale, come forward. Reach towards the front of your space. Tip. Left hand down, right hand up. Try to imagine you're wearing suspenders and you have these 2 parallel lines from your hips to your shoulders. So we want those nice long parallel lines, like railroad tracks almost, on the sides of the body. Keep rotating. Good. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Reach your left leg out behind you. Take a breath in. Exhale to hook your left knee or left elbow to the left. You know what I meant. Bend your elbows, straighten out your left leg. Reach, reach, reach. Keep breathing. Option to float the right foot up if you can. Good. Reach back, press back. Exhale to a flow. Whew, you should be feeling pretty warm, yeah? Yes, I definitely am. All right, come on forward, high plank. Option to set the knees down as always. Let's come right to the belly. Lower for 3, 2, and 1. Uncurl your toes. Bring the hands forward about a foot. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra. Good. Reach actively through the toes. Notice how this is feeling as we open up the spine. Now lower your heart back down. Take a pause. You can stack your forehead. You could bring an ear to the mat. Just remember which ear it is so that you could switch sides. Breathe deep into your back. All right. Reach your arms behind you. Option to interlace your fingers, or you could keep the palms facing down. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift up. Belly to spine. Reach actively through your toes. Fingertips engaged. Come up a little bit higher. Neck is wrinkled free. Whew, come on down. Let this go. Stack your palms. Opposite ear can also come to the mat. Deep breaths into your back. All right. Bend your knees. Grab hold of your feet. Try to keep your knees close together. Take a breath in. Exhale to kick back. Kick back, lift up. Press your thighs down, lift the chest. Now you can be looking forward. You can be looking up higher, wherever your neck feels neutrality. Keep kicking back. Good. Relax down. Hands under your shoulders. Push yourself back. Take child's pose. Check in with your breathing. Notice how you're feeling in this moment. All right. Come into downward dog. Take your time. Look to your hands. Step forward. And let's take toe stand here. So have a seat on your heels. Toe stand, we bring the knees down, and we're sitting right on the heels. Just take a pause here. Breathing fully into your entire front body, back body. Just feel the space moving into the left and the right side as well. Now, for some of you, sitting on your toes like this might feel okay, but for some of you, this might feel like a lot of sensation. This is a quick way to wake up your spine, feeling all the curves in your body. All right, now lean forward, uncurl your toes. Take a full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Now the right hand will come behind you. Lift your hips up. Reach your left hand up to the sky. And then come back down. Let's change sides. Left hand down, right hand up. Press your hips. Switching from side to side. So if this feels better to have your toes curled under, go for it. We're just moving from side to side here. Little asymmetric back bends. All right, so come back to the center. Lean forward, curl your toes under, lift the knees, come into a low squat malasana. Now, if you haven't practiced this before, this might be hard to bring your heels to the mat. You're welcome to stay right here. If you're getting a lot out of this, you can stay right here. This is such a great pose to come into on a daily basis. We're going to move into something called circle wheel. So let's bring your right hand behind you and lift your hips up. Reach back through the left hand. Good. Very similar to Wild Thing. Now sit the hips back down, come into that malasana shape. Reach forward, rotate, left hand down, right hand lifts. Hey, there's everyone. All right. Okay, sit back down, malasana, swing forward. Just go from side to side here. So traditionally, you could go all the way around in a full circle, 360. But I think for the most part today, we're just going to go side to side. Let's keep going here. Okay, one more time here. So finish off on your left side. All right, so have a seat. Stay in your low squat again. Hands in front of your chest. Let the weight of your hips drop down. Activate your upper back muscles. Bring your collarbones forward. Now reach your hands towards the front of your space. Use that to counter your balance and try your very best to quietly land your butt on your mat. Lift your knees up, shins parallel to the floor. Get slower than you want to. Lower all the way down as you come all the way down. All right, bridge pose. Walk your heels in close to your tush so you could touch the back of your heels with your fingers. Take a big breath in and exhale, lift up. So after asymmetric back bends like the ones you just did, we tie it off nice and even with symmetrical back bend. Ground down through the center of your heels, lift your hips up high. Keep pressing down. Hug the inner thighs together as if you're trying to drag the inner arches of your feet closer together. And now lower your hips down. Option to do a second set of bridge, or you're going to come into a full wheel here. So if you're taking full wheel, follow with me. Hands come beside your ears. Fingertips point towards your shoulders. Elbows up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lift all the way up. Press up. Now, naturally, your toes will want to turn out because the stronger muscles like your glutes and outer thighs are kicking in. So keep hugging the inner legs together. Breathe deep. Lengthen your tailbone. Chin to chest. Lower yourself down. Take your time. Let the knees knock together. Breathe into your entire back. Good. Breathe in. Sigh, let it go. Again, inhale. Empty, let it go. Bring your feet back to hip width distance. Let's thread the needle. Right leg up. Turn your toes to the right. Place your ankle on top of your thigh. If this feels good, you could stay right here. Actually, you know what? Let's keep the left foot down today. Let's do a little spinal traction. Bring the heels of your hands into your thighs and just stretch your back. Keep pressing them in. Breathe deep. All right, now let your right thigh cross over your left and take a twist. Let the knees fall over to the left side of your space. You can even bring your left hand into the right hip and push the thigh, push the hip away from the ribs and the shoulder. Keep your right shoulder blade on the mat. And all right, come back to the center and we'll switch sides. So the left ankle, reach it up to the ceiling, turn your toes to the left. Then land your ankle on your thigh. Bring your hands onto your hips or your thighs, fingertips pointing away. Take a big breath in. Add a little bit of traction. Decompress. Feel a stretch in your entire back. So we're just gently pushing the hands. We're not going all out here. If you're feeling like the accordion of your spine stretch open, you might be going too far. So just enough for a little traction. And all right, let your left thigh cross over, make your way into your twist. Right hand into the right hip crease and just stretch. Feel that little, just that little movement, how that feels. Sometimes when the left hip shortens towards your ribs, we lose that nice twisting sensation. So we want to keep the spine as neutral as possible. And all right, so come back to the center, stretch your legs out. Make your way either into Shavasana or you can come right up into a seated meditation. And just notice how your body is responding to your practice today. Now, wherever you are resting, whether it's in Shavasana or in your seat, give yourself 5, maybe 10 breaths before you continue the rest of your day. We just did a lot of powerful work. Your energy is probably feeling really high, and it's nice to have a little bit of an integration back into your morning. Thank you for your energy, for your time, from my heart to yours. Namaste. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and we'll see you on Monday.